So I can compute the value of this R2. Okay, what is this R2? If I see the position of the R2 in the circuit, where is my R2? My R2 is between the base and the ground. So the voltage across R2 is nothing but VB. So VB is known to me, right? So how can I write the equation for R2? Can anyone suggest me? Answer me in the group chat. How can you write the equation for R2? Simple Ohm's law, nothing beyond that. Simple Ohm's law. You know the voltage across that, which is VB. You have selected the value of I, the value of I, okay, in the branch as I. Then what is the equation for R2? The equation for your R2 will be equal to good Archana. It is R2 is equals to VB divided by I. VB divided by I. So I know that, okay, VB divided by I. It is not VBE. Don't make a wrong assumption. VB is not this. VBE is this. Base emitter voltage is this. This is a VBE. This is a VBE. VB is a base voltage. VB is a base voltage. VBE is a base emitter voltage, a drop across base emitter junction. Okay, so your equation for R2 finds the equation as VB divided by I. So we know what's the value of VB. So the value of VB, we have just computed it. We were able to compute the value of VB, where the value of VB is found to be as 3.7 volts. 3.7 volts divided by the value of I. The value of I is found to be as 363.6 microamps. So what's the value of R2? So what's the value of R2? So we're getting the value of R2 as 10.17 K, 10.17 kilo ohm. Okay, then once you know the value of R2, once if you know the value of R2, now I want you people to write an equation for R1. I'll show you the circuit for R1. Where is my R1? My R1 is here. My R1 is here. Something interesting is there. It's not that simple. It's a reason I'm asking you to have a go at it. What will be the equation for R1 now? I want the resistance R1. What's the equation? How I can write the equation for R1? Let me see how many people can write the equation. Get me the equation for R1. No. Gunjan going wrong. How can you take VB? Hmm? VCC minus VB divided by, yes, Pooja Bhagwe is correct. But Pooja, I would like to have uh, some explanatory note about this I. I want some clarity about it. You have to see the circuit. You have to see the circuit. Let me see who can trace it. You are almost on the track, not a problem. Even Sneha is also able to give the same answer. VCC minus VB divided by I. But just think on your equation for I perspective. Some changes you have to do over here. If you all want to have an accurate value of R1, even this equation also will give you the proper answer. But yes, exactly. Correct. Good, Sneha. So over here, you should not consider only your I, but also you have to consider your base current IB, because this is only the source element in a circuit. This is only the source element in the circuit. So whatever the value of I is going to come here, so at this node, it is going to split as a current I and IB. So I'll just represent it over here so that you will not have any doubts as such in the topic. Okay, what is that I'm saying to people is, now this is your VCC. This is your VCC. Here you're having your voltage divider, R1, R2, ground, and this terminal is going to your base. This is sufficient for me. I don't want entire circuit. Okay, so this is your VCC plus VCC. Okay, this is your R1, this is your R2. We said that IB is the amount of current that is going to flow through a base. It means this IB has to come from this path only, because there is no any other source other than VCC. Understanding? And if I is a current that flows through this resistance R2, then I can simply say that the current that is going to flow in this section of my circuit has to be I plus IB. I hope now we're able to understand this. So I plus IB is the current that is going to flow through this branch till this point B, which is base of my transistor. Then out of which IB amount of current enters the base and I amount of current flows to the resistance R2. Okay, but even if you take it as I only, not much changes you're going to see, because you know what's the magnitude of the base current. It is in terms of microamps. Okay, so when I just compare my I with the IB, I can neglect the effect of IB, but to be more accurate, to have the value of R1, it is better to take I plus IB. Okay, is this topic clear to you? Why I should take I plus IB? Yes, why I should take I plus IB? Yes, is this topic clear to you? Okay, so then I can write the equation for my R1 as a voltage drop over here. So since VCC is at higher potential, so I should write the equation as VCC, because voltage drop across this resistance. So this end is at potential of VCC. This end is at a potential of VB. So my equation will be VCC minus VB divided by the value of I flowing through this resistor. Value of I flowing through this resistor, which is nothing but I plus IB. Okay, then what's the value of R1 now? So I can simply write over here. I know what's the value of VCC. The value of VCC is 24 volts. What's the value of VB? The value of VB is 3.7 divided by the value of I that we have computed is 363.6 microamps. Okay, plus 36.6 microamps. Okay, so what's the value of your R1? What is the value of your R1? 50.75 K. Good, good, Pooja. 50.75 kilo ohm. 50.75 kilo ohm. Is it clear? So now it means we are able to design the value of all the components in my circuit. Okay. So just to revisit my circuit, so we are able to compute first the value of RE, wherein the value of RE is found to be as 743.2 ohms or 741, whatever we have got. Then the value of RC is equals to 3.25 kilo ohm. Then value of R1, R2 as 50.7 and 10.1 kilo ohm respectively. We are able to design this complete circuit now. Okay, so this should give you a very good I can say that confidence that whatever we are discussing in theory. So you should be able to apply it whenever you are solving the numerical section of this topics. Okay.